A whirlwind of a Wolves offseason is nearing its close as the NBA season is roughly 2 months away, looming in mid-October. All right, the big trade has happened. Some subtle but key free agents have been signed, and Summer League is over. So today, we're doing Alex's picks. I'm putting on my Chris Finch coaching hat, and I'm unleashing the player depth chart for every position on this Wolves roster, 1 through 5. I give a good stat, bad stat, their role, and a prediction as well. Today, we're doing the guard spots. We'll do forwards and centers in a separate video. So without further ado, let's get to it. Point guards, number 1 on the depth chart, it's D'Angelo Russell, okay? His good stat, out of his entire career, his 2 highest offensive ratings ever have came these last 2 years on the Timberwolves. So he's someone who does a good job in a Chris Finch offense. His bad stat, playoff numbers. 11 games played in his career in the playoffs. 35% from both the floor and from 3, averages of 15 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. His role, he's a locked and loaded starter with potential to give all-star numbers barring an injury. And my prediction is for the first time in his career, he will finish inside the top 10 in NBA for assists per game. Last year, you should know, he had a career high with 7.1. Behind D'Angelo Russell is Jordan McLaughlin. His good stat, his per 36 numbers the last 2 years, 12.5 points, 5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and 2.8 steals. His bad stat, 32% from 3 last year. If you're going to have him out there, they need to space the floor. His role, he's the second unit point guard until proven otherwise, and my prediction is Jordan McLaughlin will shoot 40+% from deep, which is something he did his sophomore and junior years at USC. He did it in college. This year, we're going to see it in the NBA. Number 4 for point guards is the acquisition Austin Rivers. His good stat, last year he shot 66% of his shots from three-point range. That is a career high, and that's something the Timberwolves like. Their team that took a host of threes last year, they're going to continue that trend again this year. His bad stat, a career low, 1.3 assists per game last year, and we'll get to why that's important, because his role right now is a fringe rotation player. And my prediction is he's going to handle that backup point guard spot. Now, again, I love Jordan McLaughlin, but if Austin Rivers is going to take on this team, for me, it comes from the point guard position because I think the 2-guard position is fully loaded. So let's transition to that 2-guard position. And it starts and stops with Anthony Edwards. His good stat as far as a shooting guard is concerned, his playoff numbers last year versus Memphis, he averaged 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But here's the heavy hitter. 45% from the floor, 40% from 3. When the stage got the biggest, Anthony Edwards did his best. His bad stat, 3.9 free throw attempts per game. So to put that in comparison, LeBron James in his age 20 season averaged 8 free throws. Kobe averaged 6. Devin Booker even averaged 5.6. So that 4 for Edwards, we want to see jump up. His role, he's a superstar, okay? And my prediction is Anthony Edwards will be a 3rd-team All-NBA player. And if he gets on the 2nd team, I will take credit for that as well. Behind Anthony Edwards is one of my favorite players on this roster. It is Jalen Noel. His good stat, he led non-post players in field goal percentage and 3-point percentage last year, shooting 47 and 39%. His bad stat, 15.7 minutes per game. He is someone that Chris Finch has been quoted as saying, we need to find him a bigger role on this team. He is as a part of our young core as anyone. I'm trusting what Chris Finch said, and I'm putting him number 2 on the depth chart. His role, for me, is a heat check guy. And my prediction is he will be a candidate for 6th man of the year. That is the type of season I think Jalen Noel is going to have. Behind Noel is Austin Rivers, who we covered in point guards. And then 4 is Wendell Moore Jr., the 1st-round pick out of Duke. His good stat, his efficiency last year at Duke, 50% from the floor, 43% from 3. His bad stat before his junior year, he averaged 28% from 3. So was that 3-point percentage an outlier? We will see as his NBA career progresses. His role, quite frankly, is the cleanup crew. He's a rookie. He's going to have to battle to get into the rotation. It's going to be tough to crack that rotation. He's someone that is probably going to play in blowouts at the end of the 4th quarter, realistically. But my prediction is he beats out a vet for one of those coveted rotation spots after the All-Star break. That wraps it up for the guards. Can't wait to get to small forwards, power forwards, and centers later on. Stick around.